His Thursday Murder Club books have sold over 10 million copies. Filming finished yesterday on the movie adaptation starring Brosnan and Helen Mirren of the first book. Now Richard Osman is back. The brand new mystery, We Solve Murders. You're kind of cheating on the other ones because this is totally different and new.
A little bit.
Did it feel weird?
Can I say I've never heard We Solve Murders said in a better way than you just said it there?
We
I love that.
Murders.
Can I get you to do the adverts?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for the first few weeks, I did think, oh, because, you know, I love the Thursday Murder Club, and they are coming back. I've just started the next one now, so they're coming back next year. Then I worked out that actually it's all in the same world. So bits of this are in the New Forest, which are maybe about an hour and a half away from the retirement village. So I thought, listen, they're all in the same world. They would all get on if they met.
I think they would.
So it's okay. And then I fell in love with these characters, which is the key.
In a wee nutshell, without giving too much away, just the basic premise.
Well, I wanted to do a sort of slightly more globetrotting book, but with the same sort of wit and very British warmth. So I've got a guy, Steve Wheeler, he's an ex-cop. He lives in the New Forest in a sleepy village, and he doesn't ever want to leave his village. He likes to do his pub quiz, he loves his cat, he loves his mates and a pint at lunchtime. He's got a quiet life. His daughter-in-law is a bodyguard for billionaires. She gets in trouble. She can only trust one person in the world, and that's Steve. She sends for him, and suddenly he's got to travel around the world, and all he wants to do is get home for the pub quiz.
Isn't
he? He is a very reluctant traveller.
But it works. The dynamics work really well.
It's lovely. That father-in-law, daughter-in-law thing is nice. They're both... She grew up in care. He's a widower, and you can see they love each other. They will never tell each other they love each other.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely
but also, you know, they're handy in a fight.
Yeah,
so it's a nice combination.
That's true. Well, look, I mean, I could see this easily being made into a film or a TV series, but of course, it all wrapped yesterday, the movie.
Thursday Murder Club, yeah.
I mean, there's a cast that people might have heard of some of them.
I know, I mean, it's so weird. So Ben Kingsley is there, Helen Mirren, Brosnan, who I have to say is the world's most handsome man.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's crazy.
He just gets better as he gets older.
It is amazing. And Celia Imrie, who is so incredible.
I love her.
David Tennant is in it. There's loads of Jonathan Pryce is in it. Richard E. Grant. So there's loads of good people.
And somebody very special as well. Your dear wife.
Yes, my wife is in it.
Yes.
Because I've had very little to do with this film. I haven't written it. Occasionally I sort of go along and they put me in a corner and make sure I don't say anything. But so she is in it. She plays Joyce's daughter.
That's
so she gets to go far more often. She's much more involved in the film than I am. So it's lovely. I just hear back from her how it's going.
But of course, you did have to go when Steven Spielberg jetted in his helicopter, because that's the only way to travel.
That is the one day I did.
How was that experience seeing him? Because you must have gone over that in your head a lot as soon as you knew he was going to be there.
Yeah, it was surreal. You turn up, a helicopter comes. We found it afterwards. We looked up, and his helicopter had come from a yacht in the south of France where he was with Bono and Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, obviously.
And then he came to visit us. And there were lots of supporting artists that day, lots of extras. We're doing a film, a scene around a demonstration, and we're walking up this big path, and this is a spoiler, this is an exclusive for Lorraine. I am taller than Steven Spielberg. So
Never.
They couldn't see me, so the supporting artists see me and they're like, oh, it's Richard, it's his book.
You're distinctive.
And then I sort of stepped aside and Spielberg walks out and the place went absolutely crazy. Wow. Oh, my God, it was amazing. But he couldn't have been nicer, chatted to everybody. He was so, you know, he must be so bored of being Steven Spielberg.
I know, and people just going, I love you, and thank you, and thank you for E.T., and thank you for all of these amazing films.
It sort of sounds nice, but after a while it must get boring.
I said, I don't know, I think
I still said it to him.
When are we going to see, when are we going to see this film then?
I don't know. So just finished. Chris Columbus, the director, chatted to him the other day. He's literally editing it now. I would think middle of next year, towards the end of next year, in cinemas, and then Netflix after that.
So cool.
Yeah.
And there'll be a premiere, and it'll be fantastic.
There will be. My wife is already preparing for the premiere.
Oh, of course,
yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah,
now, you're talking about, because she does this thing, every time you have a publication day, she kind of does something very special.
She does. She does colour-themed gifts for whatever the book is. And colour-themed cocktails as well.
Oh, look, this is for this one. Yeah, there it is. Look, We Solve Murders, and it's got cocktails I'm liking. And I like the red and the black theme.
She did underneath my Instagram post. She did say, absolute full disclosure, the cocktails were undrinkable.
Well, but they looked nice.
They looked amazing.
No, but they looked nice, and they were absolutely on. Just absolutely fine. You've got a really creative family. I know we've talked about this before, but I mean, you think your brother Matt is a musician. Your mother is a force of nature, obviously.
Yes.
Behind kind of the inspiration for, I suppose.
A little bit. She lives in a retirement village, and it was talking to her and her
yeah.
friends and hearing the stories and seeing how invisible they've become
Sure.
in life that made me think about the Thursday
But just
Murder
thinking
Club.
about that, and that's how it all... It's incredible, isn't it? And it's all about telling stories, isn't it?
Exactly.
Just
Well,
good
you know,
stories.
I always think with this book, with We Solve Murders and Thursday Murder Club, I start with characters. You have to have characters who people love, and of course I write a murder mystery, so you know at the end we're going to find out the solution to a problem. But you want people you want to spend time with, and I try and write about characters who are relatable, characters who live in the world that we all live in today. That's why I'm always mentioning Greggs and Twix and Oliver Bonus and stuff like that.
And we all go, oh yeah, because I do
Under
that.
the Hammer. I'm sure you've had a mention in more than one of them. But yeah, it's exactly that. I just want people to pick it up, go on a plane, sit by a pool, whatever it is, turn the first page and not stop until the last page. I try and entertain.
I'm so glad you didn't become a spy. You would have been a rubbish spy. I'm so glad that you failed the test.
I did.
You wouldn't have been a good spy. You're good at everything you touch. Everything you touch is amazing. But spy, no.
Yeah, I was tapped up to be a spy after university. By the way, I might actually be a spy, in which case I'm an amazing spy.
That's very true.
Don't you think? No, but I did. I went through all...
a double bluff.
You went through all the tests, and you go for a weekend away, and they ask you, they give sort of war games and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm too tall to be a spy, and also I just like telling secrets all the time.
Exactly. I would tell everybody everything.
If I was a spy now, I'd tell you about all the operations we had around the world. I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'm a people pleaser.
But you're too tall and distinguished.
I think I'm too tall, although maybe it's a double bluff.
This is very true.
I might write a book about a tall spy. I might be.
Listen, congratulations on everything you're doing. I mean, bestseller of the decade. That is amazing, Richard, but thoroughly deserved, because I know how hard you work and how much you love it, though. Yeah,
exactly. And yeah, so We Solve Murders is out right now, and I was a bit worried because Thursday Murder Club, obviously, people know that already, and the reaction has been lovely, and people have started to come up to me in the street. And now the characters have just been in my head for a year, and now they're everywhere, and people come and chat to me about them. And
I've got a really clear idea of who they are in my head, and that's the secret, isn't it? I know them. I know these people and I want to know more about them. Going to do more from these ones?
I'm going to do more of that, as I say, it's the two of them, but also Rosie D'Antonio, who is Amy's client, who is the world's best-selling author, who's sort of like Jackie Collins. And she is an absolute dream to write, and so she goes around the world with them as well. So
Richard, it's brilliant. Thank you so much. Good luck with the movie.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see it. It's going to be amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.